Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy these videos, please click the like and ring the little bell if you want to be notified of future videos. You know, with all the turmoil going on in the country right now, I thought what better time, because we're coming into the year 2022, than to do a reading on the future of America. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. So the first thing that I want to make a note of is the astrology. Now, I don't do astrology, so this is very, very basic. But guess what planet is going to be influencing the United States? That's right, Pluto. So what is Pluto? For astrology, Pluto is the destructive. It's creative destruction, crisis, power, rebirth. When the Roman Empire had the first Pluto return, 2017 AD and 220 AD, there was political turmoil and emperors were executed. It was violent time. Pluto is going to peak 4 times in the United States in 2022. February, July, December. 3 times in 2022, and then at the end of 2023. It tears down structures. It exposes everything that's ugly. Now, if we look at the numerology of the United States, it's one of the few, if maybe the only country that has a date of birth. July 4th, 1776. It has a life path of 32-5. Now, a 5 life path is about freedom, but it's also about a lot of upsetting events. It's the date that the 13 British colonies left England. The 4 is a solid foundation. It thrives on stability and security, right? 2022, 246, is a 6 year for everyone using the Gregorian calendar. This is about helping others, all right? It's about helping others. So this is going to be weird because we're in a year, we're entering a year, we're leaving a year of a 5 year, which is really upsetting events. Okay, that's putting it mildly. And going into 2022, which is helping others. So I'm going to go to my cards, and this is the universal weight. And I'm going to ask, what's the future for America? And I just want to really know in 2022. I don't really care long term, because we got to take this almost 1 month at a time. What's the future for America in 2022? Hangman. Literally, the country is going to be turned upside down. Literally, the hangman. It's going to be turned upside down. The magician, channeling in new energies. Now, this can also be, wow, these are major cards. I'm actually not going to read this in a negative or a positive way. I'm just saying this is channeling new energies, and let's just go ahead and see what comes up next. It's going to be a year where we're going to have stability. It's going to want to go back to the stability of 4. Now, believe it or not, 4 of Wands is one of the happiest cards in the entire tarot deck, in my opinion. All right, that's in my opinion. So this is people coming together, families coming together. Spirit is going to come in and give a hand, a helping hand. So the spirit, holy shit. Spirit, somebody's coming in that used to be a leader. Somebody is coming in that used to be a leader. And this would be the number 1 leader? The number 1 leader? You know, I just happen to have a picture. I think I still have it on here. I do. George Washington. George Washington. Are you coming through? George Washington. Just a second here. George Washington. I think George Washington is coming through. Where's my deck for talking to people? George Washington. He was a soldier, statesman. He was the founding father. Let me see what else I can find on him. George Washington. He was commander of the Continental Army. Washington led Patriot forces to victory, the American Revolutionary War. He served in the public office of a surveyor. Okay. He was elected president by Electoral College unanimously. As president, he implemented a strong, well-financed national government while remaining impartial in a fierce rivalry between cabinet members. Oh, isn't this applicable? He owned hundreds of slaves, but he signed measures to protect slavery, and he'd become troubled with the institution of slavery and freed William Lee, one of his slaves. He freed 123 other slaves. And Martha, when he died, freed more. Well, that's interesting. Okay, but that's not the chart of the U.S. So let's get back and let's talk to George Washington. George Washington, please come through and tell us what you think of the United States. What are you thinking of the United States? We got a lot of work. Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work. Okay? There's a lot of work to be done. Oh my God. We've got to have a plan. We've got to put the plan in action. We've got to redo. This reminds me of the White House. We've got to redo things in the White House. Oh, wow. He also believes the Four of Wands. Get back to the structure of what the country used to be. The four energy, stability, security, a stable country. We've got to get back to stability. He's brought that same four up. We've got to have leaders who with integrity. Right now we're confused. The Seven of Cups. Right now he believes the nation is confused. And the Page of Cups. The young people. So what are you saying about the young people? Are you saying the young people are going to have to step up? The people are going to have to come together. And he's really focused on the young people. He really thinks the young people, because this is going to affect them. The Knight of Pentacles. We have to protect our country. We have to protect our country. Oh my God. George, are you saying that we need more women? More women up in leadership? Because she's coming down the stairs. Are you saying we need... I bet he's saying we need more women. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, it's time for women to take control. It's time for women to take control. He's really frustrated because things are not being done according to the laws in the books. He's really frustrated that we're not following probably the Constitution or the laws in the books. He's extremely frustrated about that. And a lot of people are devastated. Do you have hope for America? Shit. He wants the country to get back to the Four of Wands happiness, but he's like, we have a devil. We have a devil to fight in the country. There's a devil. Remember, he believed in the devil. He probably still does. I don't know. He's calling it a devil. People stealing. Our country is being stolen. What's that? Is that the Freemason eye? The all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye. I think he belonged to a secret society. And he's like, our country is being stolen from within. It's being stolen by the devil. Or devil people, evil people. It's probably evil people. It's being stolen by evil people from within. But the people from the other side are trying to help. Wow. thank you for coming through. That was pretty interesting, and we appreciate any help that we can get. I'm going to ask the cards, what do we have to know going into 2022 as your average citizen? What do we have to know? We've got to get back to the books, back to the laws. We've got to we've got to be creative. Be creative and have women, creative, and women, and kings that are not greedy. The King of Pentacles is not greedy. He's really good with money, but he's not evil and he's not greedy. The nation, the people, the sickness, we've got to take care of the pandemic. And we've got to come together. We've got to come together. The people coming together to work together against these authoritarians, these authorities that think they have the key. They think they own the country. They've lost the concept that the country serves, the leaders serve the people. They want the institution to serve them and their power. Oh, this is going to be this is not going to be a good 2022. And the devil came up again. We've gotten the devil twice. This is not good for the people. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, I wish I had better news. I think with the Four of Wands, things are eventually going to work out, but I think the path to get there is paved with pain. The path to getting there is paved with pain. So we've got to really raise our hopes and dreams of what we want for our own lives. We've got to raise them up. We've got to raise the standards of what we want to experience in our life. Well, there's interesting. There's no people in this card. I think what this is getting at is that if human beings don't come together, there's going to be no human beings on the planet, and the planet doesn't care. The planet could care less if there's human beings or not. So there is a potential for some disaster to wipe out the life on the planet, because if we get the wrong leadership in this country, we probably have enough dangerous materials to actually wipe out the planet. This country is that powerful. So if our leadership doesn't get a plan for success, it's not going to be good. So we've got to get a plan together that works for everyone. We can't have this division. It's a lot of people going to suffer. Ugh, I don't like seeing all these suffering cards. What do we have to know about some of... I'm actually going to use the Haunted House Tarot. What do we have to know about some of those devil or evil people that are on the planet right now? They're in a group. They're forming groups. They found that their power is in groups. And the leaders don't care if people die. This group could care less if people die. They've lost their compassion for life. Oh, this is interesting. This is angelic beings. There's a lot of suspicion. People are going to be suspicious of people in the group. This is mob mentality. There's going to be a mob mentality you're going to have to be aware of. There's going to be a weapon issues with weapons. People are going to feel restricted. They don't know what to do. There's going to be plots in the legal system. They're going to try to take over the legal system so it's no longer recognizable and it's not even a fair legal system. There's going to be a lot of strange behaviors. I'm just going to call it that with that card. So our country's going to go through a rough time. And I'm going to use Edgar Allan Poe. What are some final thoughts here? What are some final thoughts about America? This is the confusion card. America's is extremely confused right now. The country is extremely confused, and we've got to pay attention to who's in that door, who we want to be the leader of the structure, which I'm sure is all the leaders. Do the leaders have integrity? Are they honest? Do they have good values? We've got, I mean, do they love pets? Really. Because we're brewing up. The pot is boiling. The pot is boiling, and this could be the Pluto thing where it's whoosh. So we're definitely entering into a Pluto year. You know what? Self-care. That's what I'm going to tell everybody. Take care of yourself. This is going to get really weird in America. Things are going to get really weird. You're going to have to practice self-care so you don't lose it. Find ways to make yourself happy. Make decisions, vote in the people that you feel have integrity and high values. And if the voting system gets corrupt, the solution to it is not violence. It's never violence. So that never works. Yeah, we're in for some difficult times. I'm going to hang on to the Four of Wands. I'm going to hang on to that because our birthday is July 4th, and 4th wants stability. It wants security. It wants stability. And that's where I'm going to keep that as my vision for the country. Security, stability, integrity, honesty, compassion among the people. I'm just going to hold that space for our country.